Alright, I'm just going to do a quick demo here to show you how to transfer your Java source file for your data structures homework from a local Windows machine to the Linux server that you need to submit it on in order for TA-Bot to look at it or in order for it to be graded when you turn in your homework. So for this demonstration there's two pieces of free software I have downloaded and installed. The first one's called Putty, P-U-T-T-Y. And the second one is Winscp, W-I-N-S-C-P, and I'll have the links for those download sites for both of them posted off the same page where this demo is linked off of. So to start with, I'm going to launch Putty, and now I'm going to bump up the font size so it's super big real quick so that you can see what I'm typing. But you'll start at the Session tab here, and what you need to do is go to the hostname box here and type in morbius.mscs.mu.edu. That's Morbius, M-O-R-B-I-U-S, as in the scientist for the 1956 sci-fi thriller Forbidden Planet. He's the Prospero character in that telling of the Tempest. Or the renegade Time Lord from the 1970s classic Doctor Who episode, The Brain of Morbius. Your login here is going to be your MSCS department login. That's the same one you use for machines in the computer labs in Cudahy Hall. Not the same as the eMark or checkmark password that you use to log into those campus-wide systems. If you aren't sure what your login name is, there's also a link off of this demo page for a utility for you to look that up. If you have not previously changed that password, it's going to start out as your 9-digit MUID number, although the fourth link on this demo page is going to be the link to go to in order to change that password to something more secure. So what we're seeing here is a command prompt on this remote machine, Morbius, that we have logged into. You can actually run the W command and see who else is logged in. There's Dr. Gur is also working late tonight. You don't need to know a lot of Unix commands for this semester, but there's a few that I'm going to show you. The first one is ls, which lists the files in the current directory, or folder if you like Windowsies. Now, when you run ls when you first log in, you're not going to see very much because this is a brand new home directory. You probably haven't created any folders yet. There might just be a few default ones. So let's make a folder for this class right now. mkdir space COSC 2100, enter. We'll make a brand new folder called COSC 2100 that we can store all of our homework in. And Unix is case sensitive, so if I use all lowercase letters, then I need to always use lowercase letters. You only need to make this directory the first time. It will be there all the future times that you log in to this machine. The second command that I'm going to teach you is chmod, for change mode. I'm going to run chmod space go-rwx COSC 2100. This changes the permissions on that directory, making it so that its contents are no longer world readable, so that anybody who logs into Morbius can't go look up your homework files. So having done that now, we can change directory into COSC 2100, cd space COSC 2100, and if I run the ls command again, I'll see that there's nothing in there because it's a blank file, a blank directory that I just created, so it has no contents yet. Okay, for step 2 of this process, I'm going to launch this Winscp program. This is the program that's going to let me copy files from my local Windows machine over to that remote Linux server, Morbius. So same kind of deal here. I'm going to set the protocol to SCP, Secure Copy Protocol. I'm going to fill in the machine name, morbius.mscs.mu.edu. Port number 22 is correct. I'll give it my MSCS department username again. I'm not going to give it a password because I don't really want it to remember that. And it will say searching for host, connecting to host, authenticating. Now it may come up with a warning about a key for Morbius not having been seen before, and is it okay? And yes, that's okay. It should only ask you that the first time that you connect to the remote machine when it does the SSH protocol handshake. And this is once again your MSCS department password. And I'm not going to tell it to remember it because I really don't trust it to remember my password. So once this comes up, I'm going to have two sides to this display. On the left side here, these are the files on my Windows computer. And on the right side here, these are the files over on Morbius. Now, once again, you probably won't see this whole gigantic listing of files over on Morbius because you are new to Morbius and don't have years and years worth of stuff there. But I'm going to choose the COSC 2100 directory there, and it'll be empty over here. So at this point you need to navigate to wherever your C source files are on your Windows machine. Now in my case they happen to be over here in another drive, but here is my magnetic chameleon.java file. Once you have found that on the Windows side, all you have to do is drag that file over to the directory on the other side, and I don't think there's anything special here. Just click on OK, away we go. It should go pretty quickly. So if we go back over to the terminal window on Morbius and run ls, now voila, there is the file we have copied over. If I run ls space -l, that'll give me a long version. It'll actually tell me who owns the file and how big it is and when it was copied over and all that good stuff. Alright, so final step of the process here. I have prepared the location, I have copied the file over. Now we're actually going to turn in the file. And this is the part that you need the remote command window on Morbius because this is a command line command called turnin, T-U-R-N-I-N. So I'm going to enter turnin space -c space COSC 2100 -brilo space and the name of the file that I want to turn in, magnetic chameleon.java. And when I hit enter, it says your files have been submitted to COSC 2100 brilo, magnetic for grading. Magnetic is the name of the project that I have turned in. So it's gone into the folder for the Magnetic Chameleon project. Now this turnin command, if you just run turnin by itself with no arguments, it's going to tell you the rough usage for it. So this -c option tells it which course to turn it in for, and -p tells it which project. But if you don't type in those various things, so I can do a turnin -l to list what projects are available to be turned in. And it will actually ask me which course I want. And notice there's 5 courses here: COSC 2010 G, COSC 2100 G, COSC 2010 brilo, COSC 2100 brilo, and COSC 4300. And so it really doesn't matter whether you do the 2010 or the 2100, they both go to the same place. But please do turn your projects into the correct professor. And also, if your data structure students, do not turn your projects into COSC 4300, the Networks and Internets course. But you can actually go through this menu system, so what's in the square brackets here is the default choice for course. If I don't like that course, I'd rather actually turn it into the COSC 2100 brilo, and I can type that in. And then it will tell me which projects are currently on. Right now, Magnetic is the current project, and it is on. I can also use the turnin command to verify what I've turned in. So I'll do turnin -c COSC 2100 brilo -v for verify, and it will actually come back and tell me you have turned in one file called magnetic chameleon.java. It is 3,720 bytes long, and the date on it was August 28th at 9:11 p.m. You can turn in a program as often as you like. Only the last one is kept. The system turns off precisely at the deadline time, so turn-in will not let you submit late homework. And Morbius is synchronized with the Stratum 2 NTP time server, so the time is whatever Morbius says it is. Please do not email me late homework because I won't grade it. But do submit early and submit often, and that way even if you miss the very last minute of the deadline, you'll already have a good near final draft that's been submitted. Happy computing and good luck.